When it is very foggy during the day or night, and your vehicle has no fog lights, you should put on your high beam lights. Follow closer to other vehicles. Slow down and use your low beam headlights and hazard warning lights to make your vehicle seen.
Why should you avoid heavy braking on a wet road? Your wheels may skid and cause a loss of control. You might wet pedestrians walking along the footpath. If the wheels lock up, your handbrake may not work.
You are planning to drive from Sydney to the Gold Coast with some friends. To minimize fatigue and make the trip as safe as possible, you should drive mostly at night, as there is less traffic on the road and therefore less risk of crashing. Aim to drive for as long as possible when you are feeling good so you can arrive earlier. Drive during the day, take plenty of breaks and shared driving if possible.
You are driving an older relative for an appointment and are running late. They ask you to go faster to get there on time. You should choose a safe speed and say you will not go any faster. Drop them off at the train station. Take the advice of a more experienced driver and go faster where you can.
You set out on a fairly long drive to see some friends. After a while you start feeling tired. What should you do? Pull off the road, stop and rest until you no longer feel tired. Make sure you get plenty of fresh air circulating inside the car by winding down your window. Stop at a shop and get a drink that contains caffeine to help keep you awake.
When going on a long trip, out of the following, which is the most important to do? Have a good meal before driving. Make sure your horn is working. Get plenty of rest before starting out.
While driving, you come across aggressive, selfish or ignorant driving behavior by another driver. You should respond by using your horn and or flashing your lights to let the driver know how you feel. Stay calm and in control of your vehicle at all times. Chase the car to tell the driver how to drive.
It is nighttime and you are driving home from the movies. You are traveling in a line of vehicles. What size gap should you leave between your vehicle and the vehicles in front of you? A gap of about 2 seconds so you can watch the vehicles in front closely and see when they are stopping. A gap of about 4 seconds, as it is easy to misjudge distances at night. The same 3-second gap you would leave during the day. When driving in wet weather, your vehicle will take longer and further to stop, so slow down. Handle better, so you can go faster. Stop in the same distance as on a dry road.
At night, when you approach an oncoming vehicle, you should carefully watch the vehicle by looking directly at its headlights. Not look at its headlights, but keep left and watch the left of the road. Put your lights on high beam to make your vehicle more easily seen.
If you are a new driver and first start to drive at night, you should drive mainly on streets that you know well. Drive mainly in unfamiliar streets. Drive long distances to improve your concentration.
It is important to scan while driving so you can see everything that is happening on the road. What does scanning involve? Looking in the rear and side mirrors continually when driving. Continually looking ahead, to the sides and using all mirrors when driving. Looking further ahead down the road when driving.
Many people crash within the first few years of driving. What is the best way of learning to drive on your own without crashing? Drive in every kind of traffic situation as soon as you get your license. Start driving in daylight where it is not too busy, and only drive in busier traffic as your driving gets better. Drive as much as you can with friends on the way to parties.
In wet weather, when it becomes hard for you to see, you should turn on your headlights, slow down, and double your following distance behind the vehicle in front.
Flash your headlights to warn other drivers.
Turn your headlights on high beam.
At night you should use your hazard warning lights when overtaking another vehicle. Drive closer to the vehicle in front so they can see you better. Leave a longer gap behind the vehicle in front.
You should leave a gap between your vehicle and the one you are following. In good conditions, the gap should be 1 second, 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
At night, if an oncoming vehicle's headlights dazzle you, you should watch the center line of the road. Close your eyes for a short time until they recover. Slow down until your eyes recover.
If you are driving and it starts to rain, you should slow down using the brake gently, since rain and oil may create a slippery surface. Put your hazard warning lights on and increase your speed to avoid the rain. Put your lights on high beam so you can see better.
Under good conditions, when driving behind any vehicle, at any speed, you should stay at least 3 seconds behind the vehicle in front of you. Stay 1 second behind the vehicle in front of you. Drive as close to the vehicle in front as possible.
Which of the following attitudes is most likely to make you a safer driver? It is up to other drivers to avoid crashing into me. When I drive, I have the main responsibility for my safety and the safety of other road users. Crashing or not crashing is a matter of luck.
When driving on a slippery, wet road, for example, one covered in early morning dew, your vehicle will be heavier to steer, be easier to steer and handle, take longer and further to stop.
What is the best way to avoid hitting other vehicles, people or animals when moving off from the curb? Sound your horn before moving away from the curb to warn people of your intentions. Have a good look around while you walk up to your car and then drive off as soon as you can. Check your mirrors and look over your shoulder before moving off from the curb.
If you get sleepy while driving, it is best to turn on the air conditioning or open the windows. Turn on the radio very loud. Stop, rest, and change drivers if possible.
You are about to move away from the curb in your car. What is the last thing you should do before you move into traffic? Put on your seatbelt. Check over your shoulder. Adjust your seat.